Alright guys, so a little jump on the chart, little educational session with you, how to keep an actual 100K funded account and step-by-step system how you can pass these and actually keep them after you passing a challenge, because it is not about just passing it, it is staying consistent, funded and getting these payouts. One mental thing you need to adopt is you stop trading to pass it. You don't put this challenge on a pedestal, something you really wish to have. Obviously, you want it, but as soon you put it on a pedestal because you see your life could change, you have this endless opportunity to make money, you maybe quit your job, or you can go, on holidays or whatever it is, man. You don't think about passing the challenge. You are having the system which I'm gonna show you in this video, and you're gonna execute it flawless. You need to act like a robot, AI. Don't think, overthink, getting emotional. You really start trading to last in that game, and that's why you need a structure, you need a system, and you can't be that attached to an outcome. You need to follow a process. That's why detach from the payout, detach from also the countdown of 14 days I need to pass. I need to get every 14 days this payout. The payout cycle is around the corner, 3 days until the next payout, and you want to chase price. You really need to stick to the system and not get caught up in time or your needs, because the market truly doesn't care about your needs. We're gonna approach it with 0.25 to 0.5 per trade, right? That means you risk around $500 per trade on a 100K account, and you want to create a little buffer, because that's where most people fuck up. It's the starting balance and to drawdown, right? You don't want to be that deep into drawdown. Like 1 or 2% drawdown is okay, but you want to risk low to don't open up your new challenge with a big hole and have to recover it back. You want to have at least 1, 2, 3% buffer where you then can start 1%, 1.5, 2% per trade, and actually speed up that process. You don't need to rush as soon you bought the challenge to risk high to make it pass. You see a lot of social media traders who were taking 4.5%, almost like maxing out the daily drawdown for one trade. If you want to be sustainable and don't spend and donate money to these prop firms and actually milk them, you start with 0.5, get yourself to 1 to 2% buffer, and start increasing to 1%, 1.5% per trade. You only take 1 or 2 trades per session as well. So you don't want to have everything put into one session. You have one trade each session, and sometimes it's okay to walk away with one loss, because maybe you don't know the next day you recover that loss without emotions, not revenge trading, getting that loss back and even more. So don't think you have to make it back in one session and have the whole career put in one day. Only trade high probability windows, and what I mean by that is you don't want to trade fucking Asia, because it's mostly consolidating, there's no volume. If you trade the indices, then you don't want to trade even in London. Like, just wait for New York Open, the volatility starts. Most of the high impact news drivers are anywhere around 8:30 to 10 a.m. So the volatility starts in New York, and that's why you want to wait. Skip Mondays and Fridays, because in my opinion those are the least probable days in the week. The most volatility regarding also news impact drivers are Tuesday to Thursday. That's why you want to put in the most risk. And to make it a bit more detailed as well, you want to maybe wait for 9:50 to 10:10 for the macro, and the last macro around 10:50 to 11:10 New York time. stalk your setups in those two macros and stay within the days from Tuesday to Thursday, and your profitability will rise if you can stick with one or maximum two trades. Most of you guys, I would recommend you only take one trade. You stick to one model, nothing else. You're not trying to hop. You really need, and that is probably the most difficult part for everybody out there, you need to stick to one model. Like if you have three, I personally have three models, but I know how to manage myself. I've been now almost 5.5 years in the game, so don't compare my chapter to your chapter. Skip everything else you see and filter the market only with that one model. For example, an SMT with ES, if you trade NQ, an FEG, and initially a liquidity sweep is a high probability setup within the time windows I've just mentioned before. That could be one model. Obviously, there's a very high level, there's more nuances to it, but if you know ICT, then you probably know what I'm talking about. You want to have at least a 3R minimum. Right now, we are in a good time. We are Q4. We are very in a bullish market. So you want to let your winners run. So you don't want to cut them short. Don't get uncomfortable with profits. Floating profits. And that's why I also incorporate the walk away strategy. As soon as you see your setup, you put in your stop loss, you put in your TP at an efficiency above a high or low where liquidity pools are resting, and you just walk away. That is the easiest thing you can do, because most people are fucking up the execution. They see their model and then, I don't know, a 1.5R profit, they already, they look at their profits on the phone and they think in dollar amounts. They don't think in R multiples. So you want to just let it run, put your TP in, walk away, man. Like, go outside, go to sleep, whatever. Do your thing, come back, couple hours, and review your trade. Before you enter as well, take a screenshot on TradingView, and then take a screenshot when you come back after a couple hours. That is the easiest, not fucking up process you could. Have a plan and review it every day, right? So you want to have on Sunday at least already a weekly plan. On Monday, you already review the weekly plan. Before you start trading, you know what you're looking for. What was your bias going into the week? What is your daily bias? Could have changed over London and Asia, right? Review it and keep that plan evolving. Post session, you journal. You have a screenshot from where you entered, and you have a screenshot where you exited. And end of the week, you only trade 2 to 3 days in a week. You have a manageable amount of trades and screenshots and journal entries that you can have a proper look what worked and what not. What did you expect when you entered and what actually came out. And most of you don't want to journal because you have made, 50 trades in a week. Don't journal all of them because it's a fucking hustle. I know that. But if you only take 2 to 3 trades and only have 2 trading days, for example, it's manageable to learn from your mistakes. And that's why if you have one red day, just stop. Just sit with the loss, Many times when I just sit with the loss, let it go, let my emotion go as well. I come back next day refreshed, my trading plan for the week evolved. Maybe it's changed because I hit the loss. I have to evaluate, was it because I was too early? Did I got the direction wrong, or was I correct but my entry was bad, and my stop loss placement? All of these things, you can come with a fresh mind, review your plan, and make it back the next day, right? Soon you fund it, you want to at least have 2 to 3 payouts before you lose that account. Like, obviously you want to hold this account more for months and years, ideally, but if you don't get 2 to 3 payouts, then really the time, the effort is not worth it to actually go for prop firm accounts. Then I could just spend the money on a live account. You want to consistently withdraw your buffer, right? So I've been there where I would scale up an account and then you have a great amount, but you keep trading, and then you would actually lose. So you want to be very nimble in the beginning to withdraw your profits and get in your state, okay, I've actually made now some money. The time invested, the hustle invested was worth it. And then you can start being more risky. But in the beginning, you want to be very nimble. You want to get a couple payouts in, building your confidence, building your discipline with a funded account as well. It's a new stress, it's a new level of stress from challenge to funded, because now you have the opportunity of making money consistently. So the discipline is way harder to stick to it. And every cycle, every time you hit a payout, reset your mind. And resetting is, as soon you hit the payout, take a couple days off. Trust me, there will be you will avoid blow-ups very quickly. Like, if you just reset your mind and step away for 1 or 2 days. For example, you get your payout at a Wednesday. Don't trade Thursday. Don't trade Friday. Come back Monday with a new plan, with a new weekly plan. You have to run it like a business. Anyone can pass a challenge, but only real operators, real professional traders staying fun consistently and run it like a business. And the payout will chase you. It's like you don't chase the women's, right? You make yourself a better man that the women's chase you. Same as with the payouts. You make yourself a better trader that the payouts chasing you. Consistency equals a system behind. If you don't have a system, a structure, you can't stay consistent. And with the system, that equals actually freedom. So you create the freedom of your life with a proper system underlying it. If you actually want to speed up your process of getting funded, getting the payouts, and getting your ROI back with working with me, then DM me funded on Don Maglo on X, and we can talk about it. I jump with you on a call. I see if I can help you and if I want to work with you, and then if it makes sense for both, then I can provide you an offer, a structure, and a system to actually milk these prop firms. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to talk to you, and I wish you good luck and good trading.